Cocaine has affected the American culture for decades and more to come. Short-term and long-term effects have created tension on individuals and society as a whole. In the brain, dopamine is recycled into the transmitting neuron by a specialized protein called the dopamine transporter. If cocaine is present, it attaches to the dopamine transporter and blocks the normal recycling process, resulting in a buildup of dopamine in the synapse, which contributes to the pleasurable effects of cocaine. The short-term effects of cocaine include loss of appetite, dilated pupils, hyperstimulation, increased heart rate, and increased breathing, bizarre, erratic, and sometimes violent behavior, intense drug craving, an intense sense of euphoria, panic and psychosis, convulsion seizures, and a sudden death from high doses. Long-term effects include permanent damage to blood vessels of heart and brain, high blood pressure leading to heart attacks, strokes, and death, liver, kidney, and lung damage, severe tooth decay, malnutrition, weight loss, disorientation, apathy, confused exhaustion, and severe depression.
Okay, so in 1860, Albert Niemann actually isolated the coca plant, which is when cocaine actually became the word cocaine. So it was actually also in Coca-Cola until 1903, but it was taken out later on. And also it was used as an anesthetic in hospitals for epidurals and stuff that reduced pain. So it also was used in hospitals and it also became a really big deal, and that's how it was introduced to America.
How and when did cocaine become illegal in the United States?
There are many deaths and injuries that were linked to cocaine. So one was the Harrison narcotic tax, which was established on March 1st, 1915. It basically just taxed drugs like opium, heroin, marijuana, just any type of drug. And then it became illegal on October 17, 1970. The Comprehensive Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act banned cocaine completely.
There are many social tensions that led to the legalization of cocaine, such as child and spousal abuse, divorce, and loss of financial stability. It led to strict control and limited cocaine to medical use only in 1913. A user's family, community, and workplace is greatly affected by a cocaine user. In a workplace, a cocaine user doesn't stay focused and efficient enough to do well, affecting everyone around him or her. A community can be quickly filled up with gangs, drug dealers that bring danger to the community as a whole. When a family member is using cocaine, children can be greatly affected. Some children are even told out to look for police when drug dealings are going on in the house. Spousal domestic violence is also evident in cocaine use. In 1999, $9.9 billion was used in healthcare for people coming into hospitals with drug overdose.
So what's the difference between cocaine and crack?
Cocaine is a pure white substance, whereas crack is cocaine added with water, baking soda, and it's left to dry and then crack. Also, you can snort and inject cocaine, whereas only you can smoke crack. It also takes about a minute for the cocaine to reach your brain, and the effects last for 30 minutes. And it only takes 20 seconds for the crack to reach the brain, and the effects also last for 30 minutes. And possession of 5 kilos of cocaine equals 5 years in jail, and only about 5 grams of crack leads to 10 years in jail. And cocaine is more expensive, and also crack is more expensive.
How is cocaine involved in today's international drug trade?
Internationally, a lot of cocaine is being brought in from Colombia, Mexico, where they're importing it and exporting it to and from other countries. It's grown most effectively in Colombia. That's where most of the cocaine comes from. And then they'll import it to other places, and then import it to other places. So we get ours from Mexico. Colombia will import theirs in Mexico, and then Mexico to us. So essentially with Mexico, we're just adding the middleman. Well, as far as drug syndicates and importing cocaine to the U.S., a lot of Mexican cartels deal with that. Most notably the Gulf cartel. They seem to be the largest and our primary source of cocaine import. As far as the syndicates and importing drugs into the U.S., mainly cartels are the ones that are bringing the cocaine in. Most notably the Gulf cartel. They seem to be the largest and the most prominent, our primary source of cocaine import.
What sort of crime and violence occurs due to this trade outside of the United States?
Well, as far as the crime and violence is concerned, the Gulf cartel has a smaller group within themselves called the Zetas, and they're like the hitmen of the cartel. So if somebody's messing with their drugs, somebody's messing with their drug trade, they're selling drugs in their turf, they send the Zetas or their hitmen to take care of business. As a result, the crime rate due to drugs has gone up a lot, significantly, in Mexico.
The popular argument for legalizing cocaine would be for the medical use of fighting obesity and alcoholism, also to decrease organized crime, and if the United States would regulate and tax this drug, then the United States will make a profit and also control cocaine. The United States will soon feel the pressure to start making cocaine less punishable because other countries are taking the strides now to legalize cocaine. Countries such as Canada, Australia, Singapore, and the United Kingdom all legalize a form of cocaine for medical use. Portugal, Brazil, and Switzerland all decriminalize the use of cocaine. Countries such as Mexico legalize cocaine up to 0.5 gram. Czech Republic and Colombia both legalize cocaine up to 1 gram, and Peru legalizes cocaine up to 2 grams. The outcomes of these laws in other countries might influence how the United States deals with cocaine use in the future. Hi! We're going to talk about the social and racial tensions during the cocaine epidemic. In 1986, President Ronald Reagan signed the Anti-Drug Abuse Act. Due to the cocaine epidemic, it soon became a war against race due to the fact that many of the black drug dealers were imprisoned more than the white ones. And it soon showed that the police force was rewarded due to, if they arrested more people. So it made it easier for them to infiltrate and investigate the black drug dealers because they were more prevalent in the inner city neighborhoods. And then later on, in 2010, the Fair Sentencing Act was signed because there were over 30,000 prisoners in serving cocaine sentences.
So there were many racial tensions that led to the legalization of cocaine, and the New York Times informed the public that the legalization happened because of racial tensions. So Southern newspapers reported cocaine bans, and these were just basically black men raping white women, and that's one reason that the police force, wanted to get rid of cocaine. So Coca-Cola even stopped using cocaine in their drinks because they wanted further scandals to stop, such as Negro cocaine cans. So the most common users were American Indians, American Natives, African Americans, and Caucasians and Hispanics. As Nina said, there was always a difference. Higher people that had more cocaine, white people, they didn't really get arrested as much as African Americans did, who were low dealers and low crack dealers.
As if we legalize cocaine, then this will eliminate organized crime, which would be one less reason to discriminate minorities.
The users most associated with cocaine were the young urban professionals, or yuppies for short. After college, they got well-paying jobs in big cities. They lived outside or near the city and would commute into the city for work. On the outside, they seemed normal, but on the inside, they were hippies at heart. They lived the free lifestyle like a hippie. Yuppies did not believe in traditional values, like raising a family. Even if yuppies did have children, they would raise them in the lifestyle of the yuppie. They also liked to party and socialize. Their main hub was Studio 54, a popular nightclub in New York. The following clip shows what went on inside Studio 54.
In Manhattan, And still at Studio 54, people crowd the doors, hoping to get in. But first, they have to do something even harder than finding a place to park here, and that's to win the approval of the owner, 28-year-old Steve Rubel.
Oh, you're not shaved, there's no way in a million years you're going to get in. It doesn't matter if you're not shaved. Listen, just go home.
Most people don't make it, but that doesn't stop them turning up night after night to take part in this slightly absurd ritual in which dignity matters much less than being able to boast later you actually got inside. The rewards for the lucky ones are a frenetic night of dancing in a setting like something out of Star Wars. Piercing lights, a cascade of special effects, supple-bodied young waiters dressed in nothing but shorts, and drinks at £1.50 a glass. The formula has made the owner a very rich young man.
Now, it's obviously working, this formula here in New York. Do you honestly think that you're going to attract this sort of crowd and you're going to get this sort of atmosphere in London?
I think London, if anything, it would make it easier. It's more trendy. They started the whole 1960s so-called pop revolution, and I think here we'll have no problem. I hope we'll have no problem. I wouldn't be doing it if I thought there would be.
Society columnists adore Studio 54 for the personalities it attracts, like soccer player Pelé. But the real stars, one suspects, are the music, the lights, and the dance floor, where practically anything goes.